Yo, yo. Yo, 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 yo. It's episode 97 of the bq.POV Daily Podcast Show, and I'm changing the goddamn name, so. Yo, yo. Dude, 97, I was just thinking about that. 97 today, that means 98 tomorrow. Means 99 on Friday. Means 100 on Saturday, dude. That's nuts. So, I gotta figure something out, man, because I want the real show, The Pursuit of Personal Excellence, whatever that's going to be called. I need that show to be crisp sounding, because I've had 100 episodes to get it right. I've had 100 attempts at this shit to make it sound good. And so I want it to sound good, and my laptop's going to die. Hold on. Hold on. Let's plug this fucker in. Hold on 1 second. Okay, plugging. We're good. Save the day. Did you hear that? Floong. All right, so here's the thing. So I actually I finished the book on mental toughness by Andy Frisell. I finished it. It was great, dude, and I'm going to talk about that for a sec. I finished it yesterday, and I read the part on phase 2, which is what I'm about to start. I can start it whenever I want now, so I could have started it Monday, and Sunday night I planned to, but just didn't, man. So, I mean, it is what it is. Right now, I'm feeling great again. I'm out of that rut. I got a lot of shit done today, and I'm making headway at work. You know, I read more than I was supposed to today. I stretched, got in the ice bath, no problem. I'm sitting to record the podcast. I'm going to get to bed on time, and so feels good. So we were in that rut for a little bit mentally, and my back is actually feeling better. It's not in that much pain. If it was a 0 pain before on a scale of 1 to 10, now it's probably a 2, when it was definitely a 7 or an 8. It was very painful, but now we're feeling all right. So that's exciting. But anyway, I was just reading the last part of the book, and it talks about phase 2 very briefly at the very end. And the point of phase 2 got me excited, and I took some of that and implemented it to my workout today. And what Andy was talking about in phase 2 is how the focus is, so for those of you who don't know, 75 hard and phase 2 are the exact same thing. However, phase 2 is 30 days, whereas 75 hard is 75 days. And they're the exact same thing. So, but in that chapter 2, or in that phase 2 chapter, he talks about how it's the exact same, but the only difference is he wants you to focus on the intent, focus on every single thing that you're doing and doing it with the proper intent. So, being present where you are, doing what you're doing, whatever it is. So, if you're reading a book, being present, reading every single word on the page, and if your mind drifts, you restart the page. With your workouts, being present for every single rep, every set, every exercise, every contraction, everything. And then just keeping the intent there, whether it's with my food or with my runs. If I'm not challenging myself actively in that moment, I need to step it up, or I need to restart. It just putting the intent into everything that I'm doing everything that I'm doing to the best of my ability. And I thought that was, I just read it and it kind of sparked something within me. And today I had one of the best shoulder workouts I've ever had, and it was for no other reason than I just was focusing on every single rep, counting every single rep in my head. Sometimes I'll just start repping it out, and when I get close to failure, I stop. Who knows how many reps I did, so can't gauge the progress there. And it was a great workout, dude. I was just focusing on the reps, focusing on the contraction. I did some new exercises. I was just focusing on pushing the weight, controlling it on the down. And it was just great. It was a great workout. I played basketball for a little bit beforehand, got warm, and it was great. And then when I was reading today, started reading a new book. It's called The Diary of a CEO, 33 Laws of Business and Life by Stephen Bartlett. And just even reading the first 2 chapters of that one, dude, just incredible shit. And it could be just because the book is great, the author is great. Shout out to Stephen Bartlett. But I think it's because I am choosing to be almost hyper aware of everything that I'm consuming, because I want to grow. I want to, I just had a little rut. I'm coming out of it. And so I've seen that, I guess I've seen that next level of demons that can the demons that can grab your head. The bitch voice is very strong. This is kind of over the place, but I had a thought with the bitch voice, and I think the more you execute, the more momentum you build, the longer it shuts up the bitch voice. But I think, if we're being playful here, I think it's the longer that you got the momentum going, the more that the bitch voice has time to plan and plot its revenge to try to figure something out to derail you. And what I mean by that is, if I'm rolling hard and I'm doing great, and I got 2, 3, 4, 5 months of unstoppable progress going, that means the bitch voice has 5 months of planning and figuring out how it's going to derail me and get me to fall off the wagon. And, like I said, we're being playful here, but that's kind of how I think of it, because it got me, dude. It straight up got me. And it is a combination of both that and the fact that I need to be aware of my limitations and not burn myself out so quickly with things that I don't necessarily need to be doing right now. I mean, I'm pushing myself hard, and it's great because I know where my limits are. Well, I'm close to where my limits are, but pushing them to, off the ledge. We want to push to the edge, not off the ledge. And I think I was definitely pushing off the ledge, and I think I did. I think I fell off. And so anyway, bitch voice had a long time to plot that out, and now that I've got some good habits being built back up after falling for about 4 days or so, I'd have to go back and listen to the episode and see, but we've got some optimism flowing again. We've got I'm just excited, man. Life's great. It's a beautiful life we're living. And I think what got me out of it a little bit was the samples, because I gave 3 samples to my buddy Mason, and I gave 3 samples to my buddy Jaden. Both are avid gym goers, and both of their opinions I would respect in the context of giving me feedback and try to help me out. So, because they've both been there for me in dark times, and I appreciate and love them both. So, Jaden, Mason, if you're listening, I love you guys. But chances are you're probably not listening to episode 97 on a random-ass Wednesday night. Actually, this is not going to be uploaded for another month. So it's January 24, 2024, 1/24/24. And, yeah. So anyway, I got those out to them. I'm just looking for feedback, the taste, like kind of just overall what they think. Because there's some things that I want to change about it already. So I got the sample. I'm allowed 2 free revisions. And I don't know the proper language for describing taste. I wouldn't call it tart, and it's not sour, but it is definitely... The way that I can explain it is if you're playing a song on the piano and you play the wrong note. It doesn't make the whole song bad. It's just like, hey, there's something that wasn't right there. That was a wrong note. And everybody knows it was a wrong note. Everybody's going to remember that. And they're going to be like, it was great, but the fuck was going on there in the middle? That's kind of how I feel about it. I think it tastes really good, actually. It's all natural. There's natural color, natural flavor, no artificial anything. So I'm proud of that. And we've got some stevia and some malic acid going on there. We got some passion fruit. I can't remember what the fuck it's called, but some stevia leaf extract, I want to say. I'm not exactly sure the brand names of the flavoring and shit, but anyway, it's a passion fruit flavor. I believe a lot of the flavoring came from UL Solutions with Wild's Resolver technology. I can't remember. Can't remember the name of the thing, but I'm trying to look at it. I don't know. But anyway. So anyway, I was reading the book all over the place today. I got to get more organized. More organized, Jesus. So I'm reading the book, Diary of a CEO, 33 Laws of Business and Life. And first of all, he starts off the book saying there's 3, he has 5 beliefs of I guess, the book. Let me actually read them real quick, because I think it's powerful. It sets it off on the right foot. Let's find it real quick. The design of this book is based on 5 core beliefs. I believe most books are longer than they need to be. I believe most books are more complicated than they need to be. I believe pictures paint 1,000 words. I believe stories are more powerful than data, but both are important. And I believe in nuance. I believe in nuance, and that the truth is often somewhere in the middle. In short, it aims to embody a quote often attributed to Einstein: "Everything should be as simple as possible, but not simpler." So anyway, that kind of sets the precedent right there for the precedents for the book. And it's exciting because I like getting straight to the point. I hate reading a whole bunch of fluff and long-ass stories and a whole bunch of studies where it could just be summarized in a paragraph saying, this is what we did, this is the study we did, here's the results, here's the takeaway. And I know there's a lot of value in reading the whole thing, getting all the nitty-gritty details, but if somebody could just chop that up for me and give me the most important facts with a little bit of a story to illustrate it, or an analogy or something. I learned so well with analogies, dude. I love that shit. But if they could just chop it up and give it to me that way, I would feel so much more. I would just feel better about reading it. So anyway, that's what we got going on so far. It looks like there's 33 chapters for the 33 laws of business and life. And they're just real, just full of wisdom, man. And so going back to what I was first saying, reading it with intent, reading it with the intention to grow, to learn, to then implement, because he talks about the 5 buckets that you need to fill in life, and you need to fill them in order. So you have your knowledge, your skills, your research, your network, your resources, and your reputation. And none of that is possible unless you have knowledge and skills. Without knowledge and skills, you're not going to meet anybody. It's highly unlikely. And if you did, what do you have to provide for them? How can you exchange? Where can you get that value exchange? And you're not going to have the resources because you don't have knowledge and skills. So, and then as a result, your reputation probably ain't going to be the best. So knowledge and skills fill the rest of the bucket. So ultimately starts with knowledge. Dude, he has another one, and he has another fire quote in here. It all starts with self. And I've been saying that. All the marketing and messaging I've been writing, it all starts with self. I think I highlighted it. Let's see. All starts with self. Where did I write that? Or where did I? Did I highlight it, bro? Let's check. I don't know, dude. Sucks about it. Oh, it was that one. Well, we'll find it. Yeah, if not, go read the book Diary of a CEO by Stephen Bartlett, 33 Laws of Business and Life. So, not in any way affiliated with him or the book or whatever. I'm just sharing the shit. I have nobody even listens to the goddamn show, so there would be no benefit for me even sharing this shit. So, anyway. So, as far as business goes, the thing that I'm working on at the moment is just the sampling and getting that taste and figuring out what the next move is as far as the flavor profile goes. Because as far as I'm aware, the formula is solid for now. I don't know if there's anything else I would add or if there's anything I would remove, because some important factors for me is I hate getting a pre-workout, having every ingredient that I want, but I still get the pre-workout shits, dude. Fuck all that. Just ruins it for me. And so I looked into the ingredients, what may cause the gastrointestinal distress, which may lead to what we call explosive diarrhea. It's fucking gross. I don't want that. I don't want anybody that takes a product to have that. Because gross. And also buzzkill. It's a cock block for your workout. And so looking into all the ingredients, formulated it in a way that it was leaning towards the nootropic side of things. So you have the cognitive enhancement, and then you have all the power and strength and endurance enhancement as well from the creatine, the beta-alanine, the betaine. And then you have the, whatever you want to call them, the supporting ingredients such as agmatine sulfate. You have citrulline malate, estrogen, actogen, stuff like that's going to increase bioavailability and increase uptake, or enhance uptake, I should say. So got to be careful with the words. Also, just to cover my ass here, none of this shit has been FDA approved or whatever, and you should always consult your physician before you take any kind of supplementation, protocol, regimen, whatever. And, so just to save my ass there, consult your doctor before you take any of this shit. For anybody's brand. So, just to cover my ass there, I don't know the legalities of what I can and can't say without having that kind of disclaimer, So, anyway. Yeah. So, what the fuck else was I going to say? I don't know. I guess I'm just coming out of that rut and it feels good, so. Feels really good. Feels like all that, like I just passed level 1. It was the first level, and that was a hard-ass level, dude. If you take that level 1 all the way back to July of 2023, going from working all day, coming home, laying in bed, going to bed, waking up, going to work, coming home, laying in bed all day. That was my life. And I had no Nobody in my life, dude. Nobody. I wasn't texting anybody, wasn't calling anybody. Nobody was calling me, aside from the family. Love my family. I wasn't socializing with anybody. The most socialization I had was with people at the FedEx terminal, and even then, I was just annoyed because I wanted to get on the road and get going. I didn't want to stay and talk. I wanted to get going and get my day going, because I had a lot of fun trying to beat my personal record and beat the fastest guy. And because, dude, you call me arrogant, dude, but everybody else in the terminal, well, I guess on my team, so there's a team I think we had about 30 routes. We had a whole belt, both sides, so 30 people. I'm the one rolling out with the most amount of stops every single day. By far, I'm rolling 250, sometimes 270. I had a couple days closer to 300, and I had probably 3 or 4 days above 300 with the most 374 stops. And packages, I think I had almost 500. And so, anyway, having all that work cut out for me at the early morning, and then being the first one back a few times with that, because everybody else had 100, 120, 130, 140, maybe on a heavy day for everybody else, 200. And of course, they're running different routes, and they have so many different variables. They might have a business they have to go to, or they might have certain pickups that they can't do shit. I get it. But being the first one in there, and then also being the first one back with all the fucking shit I got going on, I took so much pride in that, dude. And I think it's perhaps where the whole don't tell anyone idea blossomed. Because I didn't go around saying, hey, how many stops do you have? Oh, you only have 100? Dude, I have 300. Pussy. First of all, it's never been me. But of course I want to know how much everybody else has, because I want to stack myself up. I want to compare myself up to everybody else. Because I always, ever since Arizona, it definitely taught me that you got to bust ass. And the result of busting ass is you get home early as shit. If you get into work at 9, you don't hit the road till 10, and you finish your route by 2, you worked 4 hours, and you got paid $220 for it. So do the math on that. We got $55 an hour. So, and it is very hard work. It's very laborious, however you want to pronounce that stupid ass shit. And so yeah, I took pride in it. And so anyway, going from that back in July to that's the start of Level 1. So I completed 75 hard. Went through that. Then first of all, I failed 75 hard on day 5, which sucks. And then I restarted, completed it successfully for the first time in my life. It's probably my 6th or 7th attempt in the last 2 or 3 years. Probably 4 years, actually. Crazy. And then we had phase 1 right after, which was about a month-ish or so afterward, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. About a month. Because I started it right after Halloween with the intent to finish it before Thanksgiving. And that's when I failed the first phase on day 25, so I had to restart. And then I restarted right after Thanksgiving. So Black Friday was day 1, and then I completed that a few days before Christmas. And that leads us to now. So it's January 24th, completed phase 1 successfully about 33 days ago. So all that to say, that was definitely Level 1, because I haven't had such a, we'll call it a breakdown, or been in such a rut where I just lose all, I guess we'll call it momentum, I didn't lose discipline. I'm still hopping in the ice bath, making my bed first thing in the morning, staying and eating all my calories, eating my protein, hitting the gym, drinking my gallon of water, and reading. So I'm still doing all of that, which is now the new baseline for me. That's where, if I only do those things, I guess that's a good day, but I need to be doing more, because I know that I'm so much more capable of doing all the more shit that okay, let's have a seizure mid podcast. It's all good. I know that I'm more capable of doing all these extra things because I've done it before, and I've done it consistently for weeks. So I got to find where I can push on to that next level and figure out where I can get better in that regard. So anyway, that was Level 1. So I think overcoming this little hurdle and not giving up and not giving in and throwing everything away, because here I am still making the podcast. Add that to the list of shit I'm doing. That's all Level 1. So now I'm Level 2. I think I need to start seeking out that whatever that next thing is. And I don't know what it is, but I don't know. But it feels good doing everything I'm doing now. I read today. I got my ice bath in. It was very hard to do. but it felt great. Always feel like a fucking champion afterward. I read more than 10 pages. It was great. I made my bed first thing in the morning. I actually killed it at work today, dude. I'm doing a lot of different things that are kind of extra, not really directly pertaining to my job, but just trying to make everybody else's life easier by essentially grouping all the information that we have and all the instructions into a very easily digestible bite-sized form so that a brand new person could come in and learn how to do the entire process from one piece of paper, as opposed to looking through 3 different books and blueprints and all that shit. And I was working on that, and it was great because it's a good feeling working on that shit and having that accomplishment and knowing that I'm doing it because I want to. I didn't ask for permission. I didn't ask if somebody else thought it was a good idea. I didn't ask if anybody needed it. I'm doing it for me because that's going to be beneficial for me. And so if I can make that for somebody else later, and that's going to benefit somebody else later on because of my desire to better myself, that's 1,000% worth it. I'll never stop doing that. So it was a great day, is all I'm trying to say. I did that at work, and I came home, started reading, did my laundry, all that bullshit, and then I got some stretching in, which is much needed. I noticed today my back pain was the lowest it's been in the last 5 days. It'd be a week tomorrow, so I'm just hoping for the best, man, because I had a doctor's appointment scheduled today, but I bailed on that because I didn't have my insurance cards in my wallet or my car or whatever, and I didn't want to go home, grab those, then go to the doctor's appointment, and then be done with that by 4, and then have to hit the fuck that. I'm not going to the gym at 4. Eat my balls, dude. Shit's too busy. Talked about that last episode. So, yeah. So then I did all that. I went to the gym as well. It was a great workout. And then I came home. Then I read. Then I hung out a little bit. Looked into. I sent a huge ass email to the supplement manufacturer just with a whole bunch of questions, and they replied. They are so great. I lucked out. And so we're gonna figure out where to go from here. So very thankful. And then. So yeah, I got some stretching in, then I ate some dinner, got some family time in, well, not really. I mean, I talked with them for like 10 minutes, but that's 10 minutes more than usual for me. So yeah, and it was just all I'm trying to say, it was a great day for me. I got a lot done, and I think that if I just keep going with this, the momentum will resume, and I'll be able to get back on that kick I was on. So. Plus, the idea was to post about it on social media that I have 100 episodes completed, and then that would be the release of episode 1 of the main show, which I probably should record here soon so that it is ready to go when it is episode 100. And I don't know, man. We'll do 100 giant recap because I got a big show planned for that one. Looking at the notes for that. Yeah, it's a big show. I need to add more to it, though, because I want it to be a one-size-fits-all recap of every single thing I learned and all the shit. And I want it to just be one podcast. Maybe that'll be the trailer. Who knows? Because episode 100 out of 3,653. Yeah. So, yeah, and then I haven't talked about it at all, really. But then I have the whole business podcast idea where I talk about supplementation, workouts, nutrition, and shit, because I love that stuff. But I'm not trying to overwhelm myself and just do podcasts, But I like doing this, man. Something feels good about it. Instead of going on social media and posting, saying I take an ice bath every single day. What do you do? Rather than just posting that stupid shit, I get to come on here and talk about it, and you can hear me talk about it. You can hear the passion in my voice or hear my mood or whatever, as opposed to thinking that I'm just some hot shot, flexing my balls off saying I take an ice bath. Because I do take an ice bath and it's great, and I would suggest everybody do it. But it's a different tone when you read it versus hearing me talk about it, because I don't think I'm being arrogant at all. I'm just telling you, it's just kind of what I do, and I'm proud of it. And, I'm all about discipline and willpower and resilience and grit, perseverance, fortitude, all that shit. Changed my life, and I know that it is the key to genuine, true self-fulfillment and real, raw happiness. It really is. Because despite being stressed out of my mind and physically exhausted, I'm always happy, and I'm always going to bed fulfilled with a smile on my face, knowing that I squoze all the lemon juice out of the lemon that I possibly could. And as long as I keep that up, I'm sure that I'll meet the person I could have become, that I will become. I've said it a bunch of times, but there's that quote: "The person, true hell is when the person you could have been meets the person you are now." And it's my mission in life to make sure that those two people are the exact same person. So I want to be looking into a mirror when I meet that man. I don't want to be looking at anyone better, or I guess worse. But I mean, I guess I would want to look at somebody worse, right? It means I surpassed what I could have been, which is, yeah, it's deep. All right, anyway, that's all I got for this one. It's been episode 97 of the bq.POV Daily Podcast Show. Goddamn stupid name. It's so long, dude. bq.POV Daily Podcast Show. How many? bq.POV Daily Podcast Show. Got 10 syllables? Fuck that, man. We're going to change the show to BQ Daily with Bryson Sessions. That's it. That's the name of the show, right there. BQ Daily with Bryson Sessions. BQ Daily Podcast. BQ Daily Show. The BQ Daily with Bryson Sessions. Yeah. Pretty hyped about the cover art, actually. I think I talked about it last time. I just think it's cool. It's just, I haven't seen anything like it, so. And I think a lot of my recent success and recent aha moments is the fact that I'm just doing. I'm not asking people what they think first. I'm not asking if they think it's a good idea. I'm not asking advice from unqualified people. I'm just doing. And I'm changing and evolving as I go. And that's it. That's it. That's really it. So, anyway, that's the show. I'm going to go ahead and end it there. Also, real quick, would this be a cool intro song? Listen, we're going to play it. Who gives a fuck? I don't know when the intro would start. Probably when it starts drumming, I think. So, the intro would start there. Let's kick in now. Oh, no. So this would be the intro right here. Yeah, that's what I was right. See, I don't know if that's a good intro song. I think it's definitely a great song. It's funny that I was just saying I'm not asking for permission or what people think. And then I ask you guys what you think of this song. And nobody's going to like it because nobody likes good music. So that's okay. But anyway, yeah, that sounds good. So I'm going to consider that. We're going to add that to the playlist. I have a song for intro song ideas. And maybe it'll make the cut. I don't know. Also, if anybody's listening to all these in a row, I'm fully aware that I have episodes that I said the intro song and the outro song would be in, but I didn't add them because I realized it didn't fucking matter and it wasn't important at all. And to start out to get those things sounding nice, it was rather time consuming because I'm not the most knowledgeable in audio software, especially making it sound perfect, which is what I was going for. I don't want it to be too loud, too quiet. I don't want it to be overpowering. It's important because podcast is audio, and if the audio is bad, people don't listen. So I realized it wasn't important, so I opted out of all that, and we're gonna have to figure out that at another time. But I guess soon here because it's almost episode. Jesus, dude, time flew, huh? Episode 100 is coming out in 3 days. Damn, yeah. Once again, January 24, 2024. That's it. It's episode 97 of the bq.POV Daily Podcast Show. Okay, bye. All right, peace out, guys.